This is Sal.
And on my journey to every country in the world, I reverted to Islam.
Sal grew up Catholic in the great state of Indiana and spent 11 years going to Catholic schools.
And we would go to church almost every Sunday. I took it pretty seriously. I would read the catechism and read the Bible. And
in college, he did an 18-month world tour across East Africa, Israel, Palestine, the Middle East, India, Nepal, and Venezuela, and that's what opened up his mind to the world. He became more and more curious about his spirituality and was searching for himself until one specific day in February of 2013 when it all came together.
I was in my village where I have a farm in Tanzania, and I was speaking with a village elder, and he asked me, "What do you believe?" And when I told him what I believed, he said, "That's Islam." And I asked him to tell me more, and for the first time it sounded like the truth, not just a version. So I had learned about so many different religions and heard so many different truths, and they were all fascinating, but when I learned more about Islam, it felt like the way. It felt like the truth and the way to get closest to God, which is the ultimate journey.
Then the newly converted Sal set off to travel the world, visiting every single country along the way and becoming the youngest at the time to complete this feat at 27 years old.
Welcome to Belgrade.
I have arrived in the Galapagos. Equatorial Guinea is one of the world's least known and most confused countries.
I am here in Kyrgyzstan. I am loving so much being in these mountains in Georgia.
All the while, he developed a closer connection with Islam and God.
One of my favorite things about traveling to every country was seeing all the different forms of Islam and praying in mosques in all different Muslim majority countries, and also in mosques in countries where the Muslim population is a huge minority. I think it showed me how diverse the religion is. Really, Islam is the most flexible religion. It's incredibly dynamic. It's practiced in so many different ways.
In Sal's eyes, spirituality goes beyond nationality, gender, and race, and he will continue to learn and grow as he travels more and more.
To better understand humanity is to more clearly see God.
For this man, Islam has become the most important thing in his life. He currently resides in Abu Dhabi, can understand Arabic, fluent Swahili.
Jina la kijiji changu ni Mangula, na kweli mimi naweza kuongea Kiswahili.
Prays 5 times a day and is just a happy guy. Lastly, it's important to know that this story is not about Sal being a Muslim traveler, but rather it's about how Islam became a part of his journey. He's not selling or pushing Islam because he respects everyone's own opinions and beliefs. But for this 29-year-old man, he has clearly found his way.
So Sal, what is one message you want to say to the world?
That just like everybody should travel in the way that is personal for them, everybody's journey to the divine will be unique and should be for only themselves.
This is Justine.
And Islam became my life.
Let's back up to the year 1993. Justine was born into a Christian family in Rouen, the capital of Normandy in France. She lived an ordinary childhood, taking up boxing when she was 10 and competing on a national level. At 16, she went to Hamburg, Germany to work and learn German, but found a love for Islam after teaching cooking classes to Syrian kids inside a mosque. She went back to France as a converted and practicing Muslim, but her life took a drastic turn when she was 22. She was hit by a truck in the street, which left her with broken legs, hands, hips, and an injured skull. Oh man. How many stitches did you have?
J'ai envoyé la photo.
19. What happened during the accident?
J'étais sur le trottoir, je devais traverser sur le trottoir d'en face.
So she was crossing the road and she was on one pathway, and the truck didn't see her and just came on the pathway and hit her and ran.
Her life flashed before her eyes. The doctors told her that she wouldn't be able to walk for 4 years.
They told her that she would never be able to do sports again or to be a firefighter.
But this girl is strong. After just 7 months of being disabled in a wheelchair, plus 2 operations, she found the courage to start walking again. That was 4 years ago, and it hasn't been easy since then. Every day, she has to do lots of physical therapy and take daily medications to keep her healthy. At times, she's been lost and confused, so she became more religious and it helped her recover and stay positive. She prays 5 times a day and she keeps halal.
C'est pas directement après l'accident, c'est plus au moins un an après vraiment où...
Immediately after the accident, she realized that the accident was beneficial actually, and it was not something bad. It was just an exam or just a test from God.
Her latest project entails this French gastronomic food truck, which she started 3 years ago. They only serve halal food and it's amazing.
Alors c'est un food truck qui fait des plats du jour, on fait des plats du jour, salades et wraps sur mesure.
So it's a food truck who does wraps, salads, and what they do is they go to offices where they do not have canteens or their own cafeteria, and they take orders from there, and every week the menu varies.
At 26 years old, Justine is now happy, healthy, and has a very bright future ahead. She plans to get married, visit Mecca, and expand her business overseas.
So she said that since she started this, she proved herself, and she proves it every day to others as well, that you can be a woman, you can be disabled, a Muslim, and be a successful entrepreneur.
For some of us, religion isn't a big part of our lives, and for others, it helps us find meaning and a purpose. This is a success story for how a young girl has used religion to help her overcome difficulties in her life. We must always respect other people's opinions and beliefs because you never know what they've been through. Justine is the ultimate fighter.